We're taking a school bus and we're gonna turn it into our dream home. But in order to do that, we've got to remove everything that makes it a school bus. Seats, walls, ceiling, floor, everything. Ow, that son of a... Oh, and to make things a little more interesting, we only have a week to turn this thing into a blank canvas. Hi, I'm Rick, and in this week, we bring on the destruction. We're gonna trash an entire school bus. Oh, and to start off with some unneeded pressure, we only have a week to do this in. Otherwise, the entire schedule, the entire financial plan just completely breaks down. So this has gotta get done. Yeah, 7 days. 7 days to 7 days. Okay, day one wrap up. Let's talk about what we've managed to accomplish besides making me really sweaty and tired. We started out really well. All the seats came out like that. I mean, they were just a breeze, and then everything stopped being a breeze. There's about 1.5 million screws that have to come down. So many more screws have got to be ground off, drilled out. These panels are glued in place. We're gonna have to grind them off. It's a lot of work, but let me show you around what we've done because I'm actually pretty proud of day one. This is day one. Everything is out. Now the good news is, let me see if I can pull this down for you. I hurt myself earlier with this. Actually hurt myself a lot. All the insulation up here is good. It's actually really, really good. So we're gonna try to keep it. And same with the flooring. The flooring, there's no rust under there. So we're gonna try to keep the flooring as well. So we actually don't have to do that much destruction. The walls, however, have got to come down. And that is a job for tomorrow. Because right now, we gotta sleep because what you didn't notice was we got about 4 hours sleep last night in LaGuardia Airport because they canceled our flight to get here today. Anyway, that's for a whole nother video. Into day one, I'm gonna go get cleaned up, have a brewski, something cold. No, I'm gonna have water. Yes, I'm going to behave. Not. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day two. I was a little bit tired yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to get into a lot of detail, but I want to do that this morning before we get to getting more tired. The most tedious thing that I faced was getting these bolts out. Now, I just counted them. There are 58 of these screws, and there are 8 bands of them, and there's also a whole ton of screws in the middle. They're not hard to get out. They're actually quite easy, but standing there with your hand over your head is, well, it's more tiring than actually doing real work. But the bigger problem we've got are these channel strips. Now, they're really cool. We want to be able to reuse these to hang cabinets, but a lot of them, they're not rusted out, but they're just stuck in. So I had to go get a tool called an Easy Out, which I'm going to be using later on. And hopefully we can break all of these free because you got to get the channels out before you can get these side panels out before you can actually pull the ceiling down. Big problem number 2 that we got to face is getting these bulkheads or whatever these things are called out of the way. Now they're bolted to the floor, which isn't so bad. There's actually a nut underneath the bus and one person cranks and the other person goes under and has mud fall in their face. But these, that's where the fuel tank is. You can't get to them, so we got to take a grinding wheel and we got to cut these bolt heads off so that we can get this out of the way, which is just kind of the start of the grinding. Now my third big problem of the day are these things, these metal cladding that are along every single wall in here, and there's even more screws holding this than there were on the ceiling. The problem is they're glued up there. They're not screwed in, they're not anything. They use this weird green adhesive, but they put it underneath the windowsill, so there's no way to actually get in there to break it loose. So we got to grind every single one of these panels off as well, which means I got to go to Lowe's because I don't have enough grinding discs. Okay, let's take a breather, take a moment to kind of describe what we're doing. Obviously, you clicked on this video because of bus life, van life, schoolie life, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're destroying a bus. And yes, we're going to put it back together and live in it, but there's a whole lot more to it than that. I am actually pretty petrified. I am pretty terrified. There's like a butterfly flying all around the camera. Despite the butterfly, I am actually pretty terrified of everything we're about to do. Not because I'm going to live in a small space. Nikki and I have actually done that before. In fact, that trailer right back there where we're staying now. We lived in that thing for 2 years down in Key Largo, so I know what living in a small space is like. Actually, it's just having wheels that kind of terrifies me, because all of a sudden you're going to pick up every single night, you're going to pick up every single day, you're going to go somewhere new, and where the hell are you going to go? Now, we found some apps that are supposed to make this a whole lot easier, and maybe it will be, but at the moment that's the only thing I can kind of think of negative. I am so looking forward to gutting this. I'm so looking forward to building it. I'm so looking forward to driving it. But once we get going, once we start figuring out where we're going to be, what we're going to do, the world is wide. I don't know exactly how we're going to take this giant thing and get there. It'll be fine. It's going to be good. But at the moment, I'm scared shitless.
You're quite good at that, dodging all my questions. Wrap your arms around my neck. Such a decent price, earning my affection. Now there's no way to go back.
Day 2 is done, and I got a big admission to make. We're not going to have to do the 7-day countdown because I'm pretty much done with demo already. We got maybe a half a day, maybe a full day tomorrow. Let me show you what we did, because we got some pretty good work in today. Do you see this metal wall here? The thing we were talking about yesterday? We took a cutting wheel to it and basically just, we have bee issues here. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Jesus Christ. God, you see him? They just started coming in here, driving us crazy. They're very, very aggressive. That didn't work. I think I just pissed them off even more. Yeah, I pissed them off even more. Oh, I think he went. Let's do this really quick. Hey, do you see this metal wall here? We talked about it yesterday. It is on both sides of the bus. Well, it was on both. He's back. Just one stupid hornet. When I say was, because it's no longer on this side of the bus. What we did, we took a cutting wheel and basically just snipped it off about an inch down. This was so glued up, there was no other way of getting it out. So this is what we did. We're going to fill this with insulation and 2x4s. It'll make more sense in a couple of days. And then we're going to pull down all of the ceiling. Okay, I'm tired of this bee chasing me around. I don't mind bees. I hate hornets. Anyway, okay, this insulation up here, I know we said we were going to try to keep it, and it's not bad. It's not horrible insulation, despite the way it's hanging and looking, but we want better. We definitely want better insulation up there. So that's the plan tomorrow. We're going to finish cutting off the wall over here. We're going to pull down all of the insulation, and then we're actually going to go buy some lumber. Demo will be done. We can start on the subfloor. We can start on the framing. So yeah, sorry for the, the clickbait for can we do it in 7 days, but yeah, we're going to do it in 3 apparently. Unless something really horrible happens tomorrow. Cross your fingers. Maybe something really horrible will happen. Good morning. I am giving away bus seats for free. If you're a patron, if you're supporting the channel, you can have one of these fine, lovely, gray, dirty seats at no cost to you. Just pay shipping, whatever shipping is. Seriously, go over to Patreon and support the channel if you will. If not, keep watching and that'll be great too. But if you want a bus seat and you got a few extra $100 for shipping fees, this could be yours. Now, I've thought long and hard about what we're going to do on day 3. I can put the camera in here and I can show you more destruction, more sparks, more of me hurting myself when things fall on my head. But no, I'm going to take a quick break. I want to show you exactly what it is we're building in here. Let's start in the back of the bus, back where the bedroom is. Now this entire area all through here, it's going to be bedroom. Actually, about half of the bus is going to be bedroom. Why? Because we want a separate room, because it's kind of an important room. And you got to make choices, and this was a choice that we made. Now we're putting our queen size bed into the back here the normal way. Now a lot of people put it sideways, so they try to save room, but then someone's always climbing over someone, and someone's not happy, and that someone's going to be me. So we're putting the bed in the right way. Past that, you've got a toilet. We're going to build our own composting toilet. God help us, actually that's Nikki's job. She talked me into it. And then all along this wall here, well, it's going to be 2 parts. We're having a bit of an argument for one of them. Up front, we're putting one of the bus seats back in place. Why? Nikki wants a place to sit with seat belts. So it's going to be like a little small table, a little bin seat. You know, you're going to have seat belts. She can backseat drive all she wants. And then between the bathroom and that is what we're calling the origami area. It's going to have a folding desk. It's going to have some chairs in it. It's kind of where we're going to have dinner. It's kind of where we're going to do projects. It's things like that. And of course, all along the other side is kitchen. It's actually 8 feet of kitchen counter space. Now we're going to have a little pantry in there and a fridge and a lot of other things. It's not all counter space, but this entire wall here is indeed going to be our kitchen. Now, have you figured out what we don't have yet in this build? We don't have a shower. Well, we do, but it's going to be a surprise when you see it put in. We are reusing some space that you would not expect, and we're going to turn that into our shower. And in fact, I'm kind of staring at it right now. See if you can guess where the shower is going to be. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention, over on Patreon, and no, you don't have to be a patron, you don't have to pay for this. There is a page with everything that we're doing on this bus build, everything that we've bought, everything that we've planned, everything that we've done, including a whole list of all the videos as they get built to sort of give you a timeline of how we're turning this thing in. The link is down below, the link is popping up somewhere, even if you just go to rickhiggins.com and find it in that long list of links. The thing is evolving, is always going to be updated, so bookmark it, come back often, and that is sort of your key to how we're building this fine monstrosity of a... Have I mentioned yet how intimidating this project is? Okay, so obviously the entire demo is not done, but the majority of it is. We've done enough demolition that we can actually start building things. A lot of these other parts are gonna, well, we'll take them off when we take them off because we're not really to start there yet. Now, some of it obviously, like this giant chairlift next to me, I was just too damn tired today to do it, but I am gonna get to it tomorrow. We did make it well within 7 days, and in fact, tomorrow we're gonna head off to Lowe's to buy a whole bunch of lumber, so by the time you see next week, there's gonna be some dimensional hammering and screwing and things going on. Yeah, you're not going to... Anyway, with that, do watch the playlist that's coming up. We're going to put all of the bus build videos into the single playlist so you can just sort of click and watch the entire progression as it happens. If you happen to be watching this in the future, they're all out there waiting for you. And in the meantime, be healthy, be happy, and we will see you soon. I'm going to go get a drink now because, like I said, I'm tired.